Hi everyone, wishing everyone a warm Shabbos. This is indeed one of the bitterest, coldest days since we have been here. I do want to share one warming thought with you for Shabbos. You are probably all familiar with a wonderful phrase about Shabbos. The phrase goes, more than the Jews keep the Shabbos, it's the Shabbos which keeps the Jews. Very apropos for this week's parsha, which we're going to read about the giving of the Shabbos, the fourth of the Aseres HaDibros, the Ten Commandments. And the phrase says, it's true that we as Jews, we're the ones who strive to keep Shabbos. We're the ones who have to go through all the motions, all the do's and the don'ts in order to do so. But it's a two-way street, and Shabbos, so to speak, gives back. And Shabbos keeps the Jews. The experience that we have through Shabbos, the unplugging, the unwinding, the connecting that we have both to our families, our friends, to Hashem himself as we get to go to shul and daven, God willing, again soon. All of those experiences, as much as we keep Shabbos, Shabbos keeps us. I came across this week a similar idea in a different topic that also covers such a beautiful concept. When the Jews actually gather at the foot of Mount Sinai, of Har Sinai, to receive the Torah says, Vayichan Sham Yisrael Neged Hahar Betachtit Hahar. The Jewish people encamped there underneath the mountain, there at the foot of the mountain. And the language that's used, Vayichan, is singular. They encamped, but it's really he encamped in a singular language. And Rashi notes from the sages that that's to teach us that when the Jews got there, when they arrived at the foot of the mountain, ready to receive the Torah, it was as one. Ki ish echad belev echad. One heart, one mind, unified together. This ideal that all Jews that we have of achdus, of unity, that's what it took to be able to receive the Torah. And from there we learn, in order to receive the Torah, we have to have achdus. We have to have unity. I heard a beautiful idea from Rav Meir Shapiro, Zechron Levrach. Rav Meir Shapiro, who lived in the early 1900s in Lublin, is most famous for both founding his yeshiva, Chachmei Lublin, which was the first yeshiva of its kind to have a appropriate building, a dormitory, a food, a kitchen. In those days, in most of Europe, the yeshivas were downtrodden and shabby in every way, and he wanted to raise up the crown of Torah, and he established this beautiful building, really the first of its kind in Lublin. If you go on the March of the Living, or if your children or grandchildren go, that is one of the stops. We actually go to his yeshiva building, which is now a medical school. I had the great privilege of delivering a shir to the March of the Living when I was there in what we used to be the Beis Medrash, now which is just the study hall, to the participants of the March. He's also famous for Meir Shapiro for founding the Daf Yomi. This was his brainchild, and he has really taken over the Jewish world with this wonderful idea. He says the following: not only do the Jews need unity to receive the Torah, but it's a two-way street. And it's the Torah which provides unity to the Jewish people. We sometimes, so often, get caught up in the nuances and the differences between us and forget about that which actually unifies us and the factors, the commonalities that we share, which is often the case. When you share things in common, that highlights the things that you have different. But the reality is, it's the Torah which binds together all of the Jewish people. The fact that you could walk into a shul anywhere in the world, and yes, Ashkenazim and Sfardim and their different minhagim, and it's different, but it's really, at its core, it's the same. You can go to a class, a Torah class, anywhere, a shir. We're learning the same Torah. We read the same Torah in shuls all around the world. This idea, despite the fact that, yes, there are so many different types of Jews, there's so many different cultures, there's so many different customs that have developed, and we highlight that. But really, this week's Parshas Yitro, as we read about the giving of the Torah, Vayichan Sham Yisrael, as we gather together as one, we needed unity to receive the Torah. We have to always remember it is the Torah which creates the unity amongst all of the Jewish people, centered around the same greatest gift that has ever been given to mankind, that which we receive in this week's Parsha. When Hashem descends to Har Sinai and gives us the Torah, we need to always highlight and appreciate that which we share and have in common, and that is what unifies us. As much as we need to be unified to receive it, we need to appreciate that the Torah itself, unifies all of us as Jews. Stay warm, stay healthy. Have a wonderful Shabbos, everyone.